go a bit back to Chao World to see how our kids are doing. Also, Shiroi, you will be pleased to know I changed my mind because I hate myself enough.
Oh?
We will see the trial differences.
Well, that's okay, Joe. Sit down. Relax. Okay, so tell me, when did this cycle of self-hatred begin? By all means, start.
It began when I decided to please Shiroi's wishes to see the hero and Dark Chao Gardens.
Okay, okay, so I found the causal agent of the self-hatred, the woman in Wales. Okay.
I mean, I joked partially, but I kid you not, raising Chao is no joke in this game, especially when you're trying to get Jesus and Satan.
Yeah, also the Joker here, as I mentioned.
Yes.
Your child is drowning.
Let me go
Also,
help him.
no, Pedro, you need to approach with the never-ending story free type of approach. You know, Jova has to say, "My life sucks." You have to say, "Okay."
Alright.
Also, I did
I would like
remember.
to get. In fact, how about this, Jova? I would like to have both you and Shiro come in for a two-person counseling session, so we can try to find out the proper root of this cycle of self-hatred.
But he didn't need to do that, and I appreciate it.
I also found remembered in between parts that one of the early levels, as you go against Gamma type of robots, so yeah, indeed there are some degree of badness in this game.
Yep, mainly in the Eggman levels.
Again, it has been I think even 10 years since I actually played the PS3 version. So as you can imagine, I'm a bit rusty.
I'd say Sonic Adventure 2 is definitely... I'd say that's like the nuclear point where modern aspects met with classic aspects. Like, Adventure was mainly classic Sonic just in 3D since pretty much all the enemies in that were badniks, essentially.
There it is. Yes, actually, I'm actually correct. I did this in June 2013.
Nice.
Yeah,
So,
I completely disregard. I was just checking quickly the trophy stuff. Basically, I just completed the free story campaign and the one about clearing the stage 1 on either side. I didn't bother with literally anything else.
I actually got all.
Sorry, Pedro?
No,
Pedro?
go on.
I don't know what you asked.
No, I was just saying there's the child fruit. That's all I said.
Oh, okay,
Yep,
sorry.
giving
Yes,
it to the good boy there. But yeah, I actually got all the achievements on Steam. Now, part of that is because on my older save file, I was able to do all the Chao stuff. The problem is, when I got this new gaming laptop, for some reason my save did not transfer with it, so... Yeah, this save will essentially be me once again raising some new Chaos to get some stuff shown.
Again,
That's because Sonic Adventure 2, the Steam version of Sonic Adventure 2, sadly does not support cloud saving. That's the...
That's probably
Why, though?
Well, remember, it came out in 2012. I don't think saving
Steam
was
was...
quite a thing on Steam yet.
Yeah, I'll say the Steam has come quite a ways. Okay, let's pick up Rascal. Something. Oh, look at that. He learned the symbols.
Also, I didn't even bother to get the trophy for naming my child. Even back then, I was so not giving a shit.
I got all the trophies on the PS3 version. I actually, when it comes to Sonic platformers, specifically Sonic platformers, I actually got every single trophy for all of them, all of the PS3 platformers, all the trophies of Sonic Forces, and I got all the platinum for Frontiers, both on PS4 and PS5.
It's noted here that apparently
and the platinum for Superstars on both consoles.
The trophy for winning an A rank in all stages in story mode is actually very ultra rare in terms of getting only 2.37%, which is a very minimal percentage.
Yeah.
Let me check on Steam. On Steam it's 1.9% players, and only 1.7% players have unlocked all 1
I know
entry.
a few stages are a pain in the ass, but like, is it really that hard to get an A rank on everything?
Okay, keep in mind, there are 5 missions for each level. What I'm just showcasing are getting, like, the A ranks on mission 1. Remember, Mission 2, get 100 rings. Mission 3, find a hidden chao. Mission 4, do it in a time limit. The interesting one is Mission 5, which can arguably want to be one of the easier ones. That depends on how well you can adapt to the hard modes.
I can actually. There you go.
Right, yeah. Let's go back to see what was going on with Team Dark before the island blew up. And yeah, Rudes got trapped after beating the mech. If you do listen during that boss fight, you do hear the boss basically telling them to lock things down.
And Shadow gets reminded of Maria for this.
Well, remember to he needs her, like he doesn't want to go save her, but he has to for the sake of Maria.
I think it's also hinted that he sees a bit of similarity in that.
Yeah, it's mostly that, you know, damsel in distress and everything for this.
Yeah. No, the thing. No. Here's the thing. The thing about for Frontiers and Superstars is it was easy because I just did it on PS4 and then just transferred the save from the 4 to the 5 and transferred all the trophies all at once. So I didn't have to get twice. So as for the Steam thing that you guys just said, yeah, Yoshi, you're right. I'm looking at my Steam client right now. Yeah, Sonic Adventure 2 does not have cloud saving, and neither does Sonic Adventure 1.
In fact, for PlayStation, on Pedro's profile, he's telling me here that his 5 ultra rarest trophy that he has are all Sonic related. 2 for Mania and 3 for Unleashed.
Sonic games are pretty fun to platinum for the most part.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay. I will tell you that I didn't have much fun platinuming Unleashed. I'll tell you that much. I know that
Unleashed is.
I know that a lot of people in the community like to put Unleashed on a pedestal, but I think the game is just okay in general. And if you train to 100%, you have to do the hot dog missions, which can be really annoying.
Yeah, the hot dog missions were not my cup of tea either. When I finally got around to playing the HD version, in some ways I feel lucky that I grew up with the Unleashed version. So, anyway, yeah, we're here in White Jungle, which is Shadow's counterpart to Green Forest. Bit of a longer time limit for this one, since, well, story-wise, Shadow is headed towards Rouge as opposed to off the island like Sonic.
Well, on Steam, I didn't particularly do anything because I don't particularly care about Steam achievements personally, so I don't really have. I never go for Steam achievements in particular. I just play Steam games and that's it. Usually I just turn off the Steam overlay just so the Steam achievement pop-ups won't even show up or anything because I don't want to. When I play a game, I just don't want any pop-ups showing up on the corner because it distracts me from the game.
So I'm okay with that on, like, you know, the console versions.
Well, for me, okay, let me put it this way. Something like Final Fantasy 16, which is a very story-driven game, right? It's Final Fantasy after all, right? I want to get the platinum, which I did, but when I'm doing the story for the first time, I turn off any pop-ups because I don't want any pop-ups showing up during potential story heavy moments and distracting me from the cutscene. You know what I mean? Then later, when I finish the story, then I'll worry about those trophies.
Anyway, yeah, White Forest is a pretty good level. It works well with Shadow's movement and all that, and if you know the range of it, well, you shouldn't have to. Yeah, that too. Yeah, that's one.
The vocals in most of Shadow's stages are done by Everett Bradley, the guy who also sings his theme song.
Yeah. Another way you can tell they went all out with Sonic Adventure 2, the soundtrack. To this day, Sonic Adventure 2 might be the most beloved soundtrack of the series. Like, how beloved is it? I believe it's one of the few and possibly the only soundtrack to get fully commissioned by YouTuber JX to do 16-bit renditions of.
It's also Jim's favorite.
I can
By the
see
way,
why.
how can we hear each other over this far?
Our ears are just that good, Baker.
Personally, I have yet to find a Sonic soundtrack that is even remotely close to Sonic Adventure 1 soundtrack. Because to me, Sonic Adventure 1 soundtrack is Sonic perfection. Like, excellent variety in genres. The vocal songs are all wonderful. Like, everything in Sonic. I love Sonic Adventure 1 soundtrack. I would have sex with
Oh, hey, Big.
I'd argue Sonic Hero soundtrack is up there.
Oh, what is Big down here for?
Good, trust me. I love Sonic Heroes soundtrack too. But
You see, Tio, Big
I
is...
just love Adventure 1 more.
Also, was Sonic just... Oh god, his eyes are still open.
I love how this cutscene implies that Sonic actually dashed off the island in less than 2 minutes, going off of how the timer is now.
Why did you smile at that news, Sonic?
Oh boy, now I find.
Oh, what's up? Oh my god.
Oh boy, now I finally get a time to test out my speed really good.
Control.
Teleportation is cheating.
Yay. Also, I just noted for the last of major beats, Sonic was just standing there doing nothing, and Shadow got an easy shot on him.
Wait, where did the plane go?
Yeah, it doesn't show up in this version to leave it more ambiguous, but
It was one of the most important scenes.
The professor said his life's work was dedicated to all of those who live down there. He once told that the reason for his existence was making people happy through the power of science.
Which is why he made a pact with evil
I just
aliens.
don't know anything anymore.
we haven't come up with
We're
that
not there.
yet.
We're not there yet.
That's 4 years away.
That didn't happen, shush.
Well,
It did happen. Denial is the first stage of grief.
Dwebs, remember, that's Shiroi's life philosophy. Deny facts that she doesn't like, and that makes them go away. That's her life philosophy.
Shiroi,
But that's dangerous.
look,
I
Shiroi,
know, that's why I keep telling her, but she doesn't listen to me. What do you want me to do?
Listen, Shadow the Hedgehog, the game, does not bring me joy. Okay?
well, Shiroi
It
Blackton.
needs to go.
Well, Shiroi
I mean, I don't
Blackton.
like it that much either, but
Zero, it's not supposed to have joy because it's angry.
Oh,
I came back
I didn't
with the
come back to
Chaos
save you.
Emeralds.
I just came back with the
but
Chaos
then again,
Emeralds.
that's not
Ba-ba-ba.
Right.
Babaka.
Just poke Shadow
Well,
with
to
a
be
stick
fair,
until he gets pissed off.
well, to be fair, we joke, but at this point in the story, it does make sense for Shadow not to care about Rita as a person. He's not her friend yet. Not
He's
yet.
definitely a lot more guarded at this point.
wasn't
And
that
he's
weird
still-
delivery then? So let's get this show on the road.
Okay, since we've already seen this scene, let me mention something. Can I
Go on.
talk about how I love David Humphrey as Shadow? By the way, even within the terrible circumstances that this dub was made for the reasons Jove already explained, I love how David Humphrey perfectly sells Shadow's vulnerability behind the edge for me. He's so, I just love his delivery in the line. Like again, considering the terrible circumstances where this localization was made, the fact that David Humphrey is as good as it is kind of a miracle to me because he's so good.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's still to this day my favorite Shadow. No offense to Kirk Fortune, but man, I miss David Humphrey.
And Jason Griffith.
I'm basically the one idiot who prefers Jason Griffith, but like you said,
Same.
Yeah, I like Jason as well.
being relatively detached to the Sonic franchise, I'm pretty sure my opinion doesn't mean much on this matter.
It's like-
Jason's
for me,
my
it's one of those things
favorite
where-
Shadow as well.
I can't imagine why.
No, it's not just because of his name, because if that were the case, then Jason would have...
Sure.
See, if that were the case, Jason would be my favorite Sonic,
Yeah,
but
by
no,
that
my
logic, he
favorite
would have
Sonic's
Jason
Roger.
Well, for all I know, it
Yeah.
was. I didn't knew that.
It's also
Oh, I love this
here's
bit.
the
Why
scene
are
that
you so upset? Well, that was really impressive. You've managed to create complete havoc on the whole planet.
Dogs and cats are getting together, people are finding their ways to get in touch with God, and George Lucas is calling his lawyer.
If you want to unleash its full potential, you'll need
Because,
all
yeah, if you
7
thought the
Chaos
Death Egg
Emeralds.
was a Star Wars XP, get a load of this.
Get a load of this.
Our threats fell on deaf ears.
Look at
Ergo,
you, throwing
Sonic
a
and
tantrum
Company
like a
interrupted
little kid.
negotiations.
How totally
Now,
embarrassing.
one thing a lot of people get from this plot is they think, oh, Eggman wants to use the cannon to destroy the Earth. No, he wants to use it as a deterrent. And it's not an effective deterrent if it takes 24 hours to
Also,
recharge
this
each time. Oh, this boy.
a continuity bit from the first adventure.
I love Eggman's reaction to this.
Prize to the boy who saved Station Square. Miles Tails per hour was given.
Also, by the way, this scene actually was the one for me where I could not hear Eggman's voice for saving my life.
I love... What? What, Eggman? You don't want to go into more detail about why you got the Chaos Emerald? I hear he was going up against an insane whack job trying to take out Station Square with a missile, to the point where he would have killed himself too. You don't want to go into more detail about that?
This is Rouge
Can't imagine
reporting.
why.
Currently, I
And
am
now
not
Rouge
able to
has a
confirm
call.
if Shadow is the ultimate
Okay,
platform or not.
so
I will
the
continue
dealio
my
with Rouge
research
in
on
this
Project
game,
Shadow
her
and have a
debut,
follow-up
yeah, her
very
codename may
shortly.
as well be Revolver
Just a reminder,
Ocelot with how many
don't be
allegiances she has in this game. Like, she is in line with Team Dark, Shadow, and Eggman. She's also in line for herself to get the jewels. She also has a mysterious benefactor, while some people also think that she was also in line with Gun, potentially. Yes.
I don't want to say that much about Rouge's car is
The
has quite a
Batmobile.
design.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, what are you talking about?
Let me quote MST3K with this. Sure, it's phallic. Why wouldn't it be?
Okay, to be fair, it only looks phallic from this angle. If you look at it from a different angle, it's
like
clearly...
I'm watching the beginning of Man of Steel all over again.
Again, to her credit, when you see it from a different angle, you can tell that it's just clearly the Batmobile. Cause get it? She's Batgirl.
But you see,
What the heck?
Rouge is a big He-Man fan.
Anyway,
Well,
I might as well take this
since-
time to talk about the karting stages here and there. The key to getting A ranks is to know how to power slide, which involves letting go of the gas and then pressing it, which allows you to do much tighter turns. Since yes, this is another highway from San Francisco. I believe this one is 221 essentially. If you thought the last highway was dangerous, this one literally has unguarded gaps in space here and corners missing their section pieces. Don't worry, everyone here is an ace driver, so we never fall off here.
Because at the end, that's kind of the gimmick with Rouge. Basically, getting stages from other characters just worse.
Oh, in fact...
You wanted to say something, Dwips?
Well, go on, sorry.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, since Paige was talking about Shadow voices, yeah, since Sonic Heroes was my first game, Zombie was actually the first voice I heard for Shadow, and yeah, since I was a dumb 10-year-old, I thought that was his debut game.
Okay, to be fair,
Let me
for a
say
lot of
something.
people, Sonic Heroes was their introduction to the franchise.
Oh, yeah, it was the first non-Dreamcast game, technically.
Technically
But,
Adventure 2, but oh, well, if you mean like the first game not made for the Dreamcast, well, okay,
Yes.
granted, wasn't that technically Sonic Advance?
yeah,
Console
true,
game, yeah.
Console game. No, I'm not talking about console games.
Fair
Didn't
enough.
Adventure 2 Battle came out before Advance 1? I forgot. Whatever. The point is, here's an example of why it's hard to get all erect. You know what's one of the alternate missions for the kart stages?
Because
Don't hit the walls.
okay, yeah, okay.
What?
With these controls, yeah, it's annoying.
Okay. Basically, to replace, like, the time limit mission and the find the Chao mission, since, well, obviously you already have a time limit you're dealing with, so a time limit mission would be redundant. And looking for a Chao in a stage like this, that would be stupid, making you hunt for hard-to-spot collectibles
Yeah.
in a fast-moving level. Isn't that right, Sonic Unleashed? But no, to replace those...
Sonic Advance 2.
To replace those, you get a mission to not hit the walls, and the other mission being to not hit any of the cars. I kid you not,
Yeah.
the hard mode is actually easier than those two missions.
Yes.
Oh, damn.
I was about to... For example, I consider the time limit mission of City Escape easier, harder than the hard mode of City Escape.
Alright, two things. One, why is Tails so orange here? And two, what happens if you run out of time? Does the car blow up?
No, you lose track of
Ideally, it's
them.
a thing of, yeah, you lose the target.
11 o'clock.
And now we're back in Pumpkin Hill, but daytime, aka Skyrail Zone.
Skyrail.
Now, you'll recall this from the E3 trailer because Sonic was clearly the one in this level. But now it's Shadow, arguably to give Shadow more levels, I suppose.
Okay, this is the first major leveling they said to me, in which, if I recall correctly, the grind rail starts to grind my gears, so to speak, because of the aforementioned heat detection problem that I had.
And here is where you would get the light attack.
There's no time.
Whoa.
Okay,
He's
so
so cool doing that.
So yeah, for those who may recall, in Sonic Adventure 1, the light speed dash used to be both the rings trail thing but also attacking every enemy in the room. The thing was, you had to rev up the spin dash for that. In this game, they decided, hey, maybe we should make the light speed dash instantaneous, but the light speed attack the thing that you rev up on. And so the two were separated into their own power-ups, which, yeah, I'll be honest, I prefer. Let's play the Mystic Melody there so we can get some more rings. Because yes, in the later levels of Sonic and Shadow, focus heavily on how many rings you have. Treat them like boxes in Crash Bandicoot, because they will be essential in getting higher grades. Unless you strictly want to leave it to time, and sometimes the time bonus can only do so much. And don't be afraid to get extra lives even if you're maxed out, because, well, those also grant you points.
So yeah, if you want to get all the A ranks, you have to try to do those card glitches without hitting the walls, which means you have to basically really master the way the fucking car controls.
Yeah, no thanks.
Okay, I will say, once you get down the power slide, cowarding thankfully becomes a lot easier to the point where I can get A ranks for mission 1 in my sleep, thankfully. That said, again, be prepared to be tested. Now, admittedly, ironically, despite the name being Skyrail Zone, getting an A rank, well, okay, granted, I know what I'm doing, so it's not as bad. However, when we get to Final Chase and Final Rush, that's when I've got some interesting stories about rail grinding here. Let me just say it like this. I get why some Sonic fans do want to return to how grind rails were in this game, but I insist, let us keep a few of the improvements that, yes, no, I'm sorry, the modern games did legit make some improvements to the grind rails, one of which being that you literally can homing attack them. Which, yeah, you can technically homing attack them here, but it's not all. It's always not always a guarantee lock on either. Like, by the time of Frontiers, we have it where you'll get an auto target and everything. Oh, and also make sure you jump, because you can accidentally run underneath that goal ring since you're so short.
Also, Shiro, I'm going to kind of half disagree with you. Like, if you gameplay-wise, definitely I'm on your side. But Shadow the Hedgehog's story is a fantastic comedy.
Look, you know.
It's not supposed to be.
Wait, no. To be fair, Shiroi, Shadow the Hedgehog does know how to have a sense of humor. There are clearly things meant to be lighthearted.
Also, Shadow did not manage to be fast enough.
Even though it's the ultimate
Anyway.
life form,
no
he
one
can only
calls
do so
Shadow the
much.
fastest thing alive.
But also, be forewarned though, Eggman means it when he says he's going to give our heroes a warm welcome. Tune in next time for when we switch back to the hero side to see that warm welcome Eggman has prepared.
See ya.
See ya.